Greetings, Pillar Nexus, Anti-Gladiator, with the first few rounds of Jisogi. Anime Studio Tycoon. Alright, setting this up for a two-player game, so Heavy Demand is going to start with the second chip on there. Alright. Slice of Bread Studio is going to be the first player. They're going to start with 3 money. Bark is going second. They're starting with 4. Just get started here. The fading trend of dark fantasy needs 2 fantasy and horror. The active trend of detective sci-fi is 2 sci-fi in action. And the upcoming trend of spirit school is action, horror, and slice of life. So no real potential for cult anime at this point. Alright. So, let's see what we can do to get things started here. I think what I'm going to do is use my director right off the bat and improve, well, actually, other things I'm missing here. Opportunities. Have all 5 genres across all your released anime. Have 5 or more staff and no dead inside, and then have 4 active merchandise. So my conclusion on the anime release merchandise thing is you either get it or you activate it. Alright. So yeah, we're going to take the director. We're going to get right to staffing, and we're going to focus on, because the director can go anywhere. I'm going to improve my artist so that every sci-fi in the anime will improve art level by that much. Because that's our mecha designer. And we're going to completely replace our dead inside staff. Maybe show them some kind of kick-ass military tech show, and it's like, oh yeah, that's right, I love this shit. And I woke them up again. Alright. Okay, Bark Studio. They're gonna just jump right onto writing. So add another twist. That's terrifying traumatic visions. Alright. Because I'm going to do it one way or another. We're going to take 2 scripts. Prophecy was heavily misinterpreted for the twist, and Magical Girl for the setting. We're going to try to aim for that dark fantasy. Alright. And you know what? Just say, what are the odds I get screwed out of that plot? I don't know. Well, that's my water bottle that keeps doing that. Sorry about that. I think it's the heat. The heat is making my water bottle, like, expand. It is still summer. It is still going to be brutal for a while. Slice Ubrid. Let's go ahead and get writing. So, on the second chip here, I got to pay that high demand cost of 1. And now any further writing will require 2 money. Let's go ahead and add another setting. I don't think I'll get screwed on my twist. Modern Warfare. We're going to take the sci-fi plots of The sci-fi stuff of setting, space colony, and plot, scientist, traders, novel, catastrophe. Alright. And then coming back over to Bark Studio. They're going to send the director. Try to go to staffing. It's going to cost 3 because of the high demand fee. I'm going to do something kind of weird here. We're going to strategize. No, it's dumb. If anybody can go to that space, I think the director is kind of a waste. Let's just focus on getting an anime out. Let's flip up one of each. Okay. And then we'll go ahead and take the powerful legendary creature bringing terror. And we're going to go ahead and commit to this dark fantasy. Alright. Back over to Slice of Bread. Well, we're not going to be able to make any anime yet. Because we're still short by a script piece. The producer can go get some networking. We got 2 cards. And no hype because they're still dead inside. Alright. Some things to consider later. Whenever we strategize, either get the script or get the art. That might be the thing to do. We'll have to spend money to do it though. That's a problem. And right now, we got no money at all. Alright. Back over to Bark. Let's... screw it. We spend the 2 money. And the extra money for the high demand. And... we'll get Digital Master. Or the director. You know? Staffing or networking. Get more cards and more hype. We will upgrade the artist we have. And they can still do stuff this turn. Who's going to be shuffled to the bottom? Secret supplier. Oh yeah, the camera's over a bit. Here, I'm gonna deserve to see everything. So try to get all these guys, all these people over. Yeah. Alright. Alright. Let's back over to you, Slice of Bread. Let's go ahead and... we can't do any animating because we don't have the script in place. We could put the script in place. And at least get it up to 2. Or we can save some trouble later. Not having... not releasing anime is going to suck. Here's... we need to strategize and get the anime at least started. Or we can animate and have to take on Dad to release it. Okay. I'll look something up. On new staff. Yeah, basically stuck with whoever's on top. Alright. So, we go ahead and animate with our Genki artist. We'll add 2. In addition, oh yeah, we gotta pay the 1. When doing animator outsource, get 3 money. Alright. So, it's clear. All players may release starting with first player. First player is not in position to release anime because that's only slightly started. Gotta work some kind of twist into this. But at least that token will still be there for next round. Alright. Arc Studio releases their dark fantasy series about a magical girl involving a powerful legendary creature that brings terror, with the twist that the prophecy was heavily misinterpreted. Alright. So, we've got... let's see. How's the math on this? I got that chart somewhere. There it is. Popularity score. So 3 genre matches times 2 art is 6. And it's the 4 token makes it 10. That is the bare minimum to hit the stage 2 reward. So that's 4 money. And 2 points. There's no opportunities for me to go after. But hey, we have a released anime now. Anime. Also, it was the fading trend, so the nostalgia junkies are paying up as well. Alright. And then release an anime gets the merch token started, I believe. Again, this is still one of the things I'm still fuzzy about. Do you only activate the merch if you have it and you release an anime? Or do you get that merch token for releasing an anime? It says whenever gaining the merch token, and then the release phases, they gain the token, or they gain merch. So it's either acquire a token or activate it. So this at least gets things started on that end. But I still have to put in the effort to actually make it happen, like outsource or leverage. Okay. So that's been done. Dark Fantasy is out. As much as I liked how the foil cards are, the whole bendiness of foiling always kind of sucks. It's probably my only issue with the game at all. With the trend cards, still waiting on the Detective Sci-Fi. But now there's Prodigy Pilot. Ooh. Action, sci-fi, slice of life. Fantasy has disappeared from the trends. So a pure fantasy anime would be a cult release. Alright. And that gets the token. Alright. Getting the reward. No one's gotten any. Pay debt cards. Raise interest on debt. Pays salaries. 2, 3, 4, 5. Got one change. We have money left over. Holy shit. So we're taking debt. Here. And that's going to be 2 and change. 7 minus the 5. But hey, when we release this anime, it's going to kick so much ass. Alright. We get all our tokens back. Alright. And refresh the pool. Alright. What you do is put everyone on the bottom first, and then flip everything up next. Alright. Better under pressure. Anime release if you have 2 or more deck cards, increase your art level. And add 2 popularity for a horror anime. Money driven director. Every unique you know what? Basically every anime is going to be worth like 3. Or potentially 3 if it's 3 different genres. If it had an actual like multiplication mark, like this guy, this person, it'd be the art times the. But if you just have one, that's enough for anything else here. Living in the past. Yeah. If only the fading trend plus 5 popularity, and then slice of life is worth another 2. And then producer. Meishi Master. Plus 1 popularity per hype spent to raise popularity. So, super hype. Alright. The lock tokens are reset if they were. And then the next special goal. Release with 6 art. We're gonna aim for that like that's can it, yeah. Yeah, we're so doing that. Alright. Still the first player because it doesn't move without leverage. Alright. Let's see here. Director is going to improve our writer. Let's spend that last little bit of money. And staff. Promote the writer. Except that's not what I'm coming for is the problem. We're going to promote the producer. Yeah. Let's try to aim for some amount of hype here. Meishi Master. Alright. Alright. Over to Bark. Let's see. Well, now what do we do? Well, we're just following behind, apparently. Because it's 3 to follow to go there. I'll go ahead and send the producer to strategize. We'll promote. New producer invoice, police. Key face 1 plus 1 point. Whenever you pay back a debt card, do not trigger interest. Well, that would have been nice. Alright. They're going to spend the 2 money and pick a leverage. Promote somebody. Promote the director. Yeah. That way, hitting all the different bases kind of anime will be a little bit more popular. Alright. Back to the bread. Alright. Let's just... Oh, I forgot. When I was strategizing... I was strategizing here, I was supposed to play to get the 2 scripts. I'm just going to take the action, because we need some action soon. Train for many years to martial artist. What's coming up? Slice of Life's going to be good either way. Extraordinary business opportunity, but it's morally ambiguous. Alright. Yeah, don't if you have a card when you do the action, try to remember it. Alright. But also don't rush ahead after someone takes their action and screw them out of their plan. You know? Okay. We'll go ahead and commit the twist of training for martial artists in spite of the awful catastrophe. Let's just... They have nothing right now. Well, that clears. So... Until they have scripts, I can't do any animation. So I've got time. I'm going to go ahead and send the producer to... get that networking power outsource and animate. If you have 3 different scripts, genre, and production for merchandise, or spend money during outsource to get merch and hype. Alright. Now the nice thing is when I actually do release it, every one of these is going to add 2. So it's one less thing for me to worry about to try to get that goal. Alright. Bork. Alright. Well, that fantasy's still hanging around, man. Damn it. Research with our Dead Inside writer. All things considered, let's just add 3 freaking plot. So we got a fantasy cosmic threat, powerful spirit possession, rescue mysterious kid, and we can take one of them. Well, action's the one recurring thing that just works. Modern Warfare. Since action's so common out here, might as well just take the one thing I don't have to worry about. Alright. Back to bread. Let's just go ahead and get animated. And unfortunately, that does not work. Alright. Well, there's a Genki step, so we got 2 more art. And with all 3 scripts in place, I can get past that too. And releasing this will max it out. So, yay. Alright. Back to Burke. Let's go ahead and send our Genki director to step up and be a writer. Let's throw another twist out there. Man, this is... Alright, well, there's no sci-fi and no slice of life to make the Spirit School or Prodigy pilot. I need to find out something here. Let's say we actually do... Well, first off, let's finish the action here. So remember that I'm currently writing. Yeah, that's 3. Let's say, as part of the release... Let's see here. Let's see, get more hype. Can you use the hype you get from following the upcoming trend on the anime itself that you're releasing? She's one of the trends. So, calculate it. That's the one. There's another good question. Alright, well. I'm going to say yeah. Because the active trend adds popularity to itself. Presumably, you could use the hype from following the upcoming trend on that anime itself. That would seem right. That wouldn't seem too far off, right? Alright, anyway. Let's get 3 script bits. Fantasy's got to come back around at some point, right? Maybe. We can get like most of the way with Spirit School, I guess. And you know what? We'll take some fantasy, and let's go ahead and commit to the Modern Warfare Traumatic Visions twist. Let's go Heart of Darkness there. Alright. Finally, our writer. Unfortunately, wherever I send them, I'm going into debt. Which sucks. Alright. So, taking another debt card for the 7 money. To go to strategize. Which is 3 money because of the 2 plus the 1 more. And I get a leverage of my choice. And yeah, it doesn't help. Yeah, it doesn't help to take the first player token when I already have it. Alright. Set up merch per the release. Get 4 hype. You know what? Getting the merch token ready for this anime releasing is going to be important. All right, and finally, bark, 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 bark. All right, it's one to go to anime. It's going to take time to build up our own anime. I think what we do is outsource. I got 4-7 money. In addition, the Genki setting off the merch activates that, so I've got the deal to keep somewhat afloat. Well, we try to figure this out. Alright. Alright, everyone's done. All players may release, starting with the first player. Slice of bread, space colony, awful catastrophe triggered by a scientist. Is it the scientist that trained for many years as a martial artist, or is it the catastrophe that trained for many years as a martial artist? That would be hilarious. Alright. They released the detective sci-fi trend. So, in matching up two of the matching up two sci-fi for the mecha designer, their special multiplier, maxes out the animation level. For taking on the fading trend, we got the nostalgia cash, and then we get the extra popularity from there. Alright, so here's the math. 3 times 6 is 18. And then 18 plus 4 is 22. And at 22, that is the 6 money and 6 points special. That is in a release with 6 art quality. Oh, we activate our merchandise deal. We get another 2 5 points. I'm going to keep that as a trophy because no one else can do that. So we're up to 11. See, sometimes taking the time to build up does better. Alright. Alright, we've got our first anime out there. Yeah, I can only claim one opportunity at a time. Alright. Cool. They've got an anime release. Oh yeah, that resets. Okay. Games reward for the merchandise deal. There's 3 money. Pay debt cards. We can spend our 16 money to pay back our debts. And then immediately have to take a debt to pay our people. But hey, getting rid of that potential for interest is a critical thing. Because now we're having to pay salaries and now we're back in the debt again. Alright. All tokens come back. Everybody did different shit. That's cool. Alright. Oh yeah, all the trend cards need to move. Beat it. Spirit School's falling away. Project Pilot's getting picked up a little bit more. Space Opera. Ooh. Little blurbs on the little top right of this are always fun. Let's boldly explore the edges of the universe and lose most of our crew in the process. Alright. With all 5 genres covered out there, there's no room for a cult release. But hey. Oh yeah, all those clear. And new goal. Hardcore, release 3 more anime and have 3 more merchandise deals. Good luck with that. Alright. Speaking of goals. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, upkeep phase. For this player, we still have the merchandise deal in play. $6 to cover our people. No debt, no interest. We got our tokens back. Oh, yeah. It should have been refreshed from the previous time. Oops. I upgraded that director. And now they're all going away anyway. So that I want to find the right color card sleeves for each of these. You know, purple, green, blue, red. But I'm pretty sure the only one we have to be able to do that is like Dragon Shield, and man, they're expensive. Good quality, but expensive from what I've seen. Anyway, we're on the 3rd round. I'm about half an hour through the video. But the fact is, I'm having fun. I'm going to keep going. But if anything happens at any point after this where my computer just resets out of nowhere, I'm probably going to cut it off. Add the video and cut it off at this point. In which case, I keep watching. But I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep recording. So screw it. Let's go. Bread is still first. The producer is realizing, wow, we were in dire need of money here. Yeah, we need money. Outsource. With our Genki animator, get that $4. Get that merch token. And then outsource. Go ahead and spend the $4. Anyway. Activate the merch token. Get the 2 hype. Alright. We'll be going into more debt. Yeah. We can use hype to make up to get more money as needed. Alright. Over to dog. Or bark. Let's see here. You know, I just want to say that this looks a lot like my high school mascot. Same colors too. Anyway, we want to send it out. Well, let's get animating. Get that too. And get... We'll commit to the plot. Fuck it. Transport in the magical world. Modern warfare, transport in a magical world, both terrifying and traumatic visions. That'll cover 2 out of the 3 space opera. Or 2 out of the 3 spirit school. Alright. Over to bread. Let's see here. Well, where can we go? Need money. Damn it. Maybe we can get it through networking. Let's see. Let's send the director to network. Get a couple more cards to work with. You know, that would have been nice if I had gotten it first. Staffing to hire or promote a producer to get merch. Or animator outsource. All players can spend 3 and increase their art quality a step. Then only you get 6. Alright. I think I'm going to go ahead and commit to the plot of Extraordinary Business Opportunity. Because that'll fit with either one of those. Let's see here. Bark is going to send the writer to leverage. Send the producer to staff. Spend the $2 and get a Genki staff for going into the next turn. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Flip up everybody else. Alright. So, who do we want? So it's 3 popularity per action. 3 popularity if horror or sci-fi. There's a question. Is it based off the script or based off the actual trend? Now, it's going to be based off the script. If they're not actually working on it, it doesn't matter what the trend is. Alright. You're going to... Who they're going to hire? Let's improve our writer. Let's improve the writer. We'll take on a sports fan. And since I haven't used them yet. Alright. Alright. And back to bread. What do I need? I've already got slice of life, so either action, sci-fi, or horror. Let's send the writer to write. We're going to add 1 twist. There we go. Mafia Underworld, and it's all a virtual simulation. Does it have anything extra on that? No. Alright. We'll go ahead and make it the plot. The full script. Alright. Back to Bark. They're gonna use their Genki Rider to strategize. Spend 2 money. Take the leverage and also the networking card. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up hype. Or promote the Dead Inside producer. Get everybody on board Genki. Or just get the hype. Let's screw it. 6 minus 1 is 5. 5 hype is pretty powerful. I'll take it. Alright. And finally, Bread has to use their producer, and wherever they send their producer is going to cost them at least 1. What can I do here? Networking to get more cards. I don't know if there's a hand limit. go into further debt, I'd rather not. I'm not going to be able to release an anime either. It's a problem. Because I have no art done whatsoever. Networking it is. I spend the 1 for the high demand. Get the 2 networking cards. I didn't say anything about you can't send your own guy to Space Already Been. Get 3 hype for the Genki staff. Alright. See, I needed this now. Alright. I needed this last turn. Alright. Alright. Let me check one more thing. We'll keep his hours. That. Make sure I did this right, anyways. The cards. Anytime when punish or alright. Yeah, it's alright. Well, let's leave the director to roll up his sleeves and do some art on his own. It's cost me money. And gets me 2 quality. Right. Alright. Alright. Nobody's got a 5th member, so we're releasing anime. No animation level means no release at all. And I can't use my hype to get money to cover expenses. Surround. Alright. My merch deals will save my ass. That's the one thing that's going to help. Alright. Bark Studios will release their Modern Warfare Magical World Traumatic Visions anime under the banner of Space Opera. We matched 2 of them. So there's 2 times 4 is 8. So we're starting at 8. And then every unique genre adds another 3. Or adds another 1. So we're at 11. This token makes it 15. We get 2 hype out of it. 15. I'll spend 4 hype to get the merch deal token. It's part of the release. We're still at 15. And we'll exchange another hype to ensure another bit of money out of it. Alright. So at 15, that's 5 money. Let's see here. That's 4 points. 6. Okay. Oh wait, what's 15? 18. Screw it. 20. If we can use it, let's do it. 20. So there's another money and another 2 points. That fulfills that space opera. And that gives us 2 anime released. It also activates that merch deal. Alright. Done a lot of fantasy and horror so far. Alright. Starting to feel predictable here. 3 anime, 3 active merch. 4 active, 5. All 5 genres? Nope. Alright. Well, so much for that. With all the trend cards, nobody jumped on Spirit School. And sure, we'll grab one card. Ultimate Fighter, pure action series. Hell yes. What's the one I was watching like way back on Netflix? Was actually gave a shit about Netflix. Oh, it's 3D, and guys were freaking huge. I want to say, I'll remember at some point. Anyway, upkeep. We're still writing off our merch deals, and that'll cover the salaries. No, because we'll have to. Yeah, we can't pay the debt. Interest is going to go up. We'll pay our salaries. Over here, oh yeah, and a point. 6 money and a point. Turn 4 into 10. Turn 10 into 3 after getting salaries. Alright. And a point. Alright. Okay, recoverals, tokens. Yeah, I didn't see anything about you can't do the same thing twice. It only looks like it from the high demand fee page. But I imagine if it shows 4+ in the 4-player high demand fee point, the only way that's going to happen, the only way they need the plus is to imply that the same people can go to the same spots. Alright. We've got have 4 released anime, or 4 released scripts of the same genre, which they're right on the verge of. Alright. This is going to be the last round of the game. If I haven't said it already, it is still summer and it's still hot in here. I gotta get all the sweat off me. 1 moment. One of these days we'll live in a house that has actual freaking air conditioning, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm not looking forward to having changed the address though. Or I can just buy my own freaking air conditioner. Ugh. I gotta wonder about like the actual air conditioning at kind of places that do this stuff. You know? Well, let's turn the game in first. What are we trying to do? Prodigy pilot. Okay. What are they going to try to do? Space opera. Alright. All the people throwing out their scripts for plots and twists and focusing on action, they knew this was coming. Somehow. They probably set it up. It's like, yeah, get ready for more action, more fighting, more all this wacky kung fu shit. Alright, it's cleared. Alright. Well, let's do it. Final turn of the game. Final round of the game. They're flat on our ass broke. You know what? Let's do it. Let's just hard focus on. We'll animate for 2 quality and do the new technology research. The other NPR. To get money. Or we do the smarter thing and do, if you have 3 different scripts, genres, and production, merch. There you go. Alright. Bark, what you doing? Well, we're going to need scripts. Let's send out the writer to research. Or we just say screw it all and take the 3 scripts to make up a solid action work. Wait a minute. Because half 4 release genre the same name. Or release scripts the same name. No, this will work perfectly for it. Because the 3 action with the 1 action we already got. What are we making here? Martial arts tournament. Possessed by a powerful spirit. Must learn to control it. Unbelievable talent for a radical sport. In a martial arts tournament. Oh, that gets cleared. Alright. We're building our ultimate fighter. Alright. Back over to bread. Alright. I don't need scripts. I don't need to write. So it's time to send the... We'll strategize with the writer. It means going into more debt. But if we make this pay off, it'll be worth it. 5. Money left over. And promotes our dead inside director. With the Weird Angle director. Who specializes in action and horror. Typical. Alright. Alright. Well, they're cleared. And the new director looking to get hired. I freaking love this one. Pretentious references director. Yeah. Alright. Back over to Bark. You know, maybe if we start getting shit animated. What is this card? What is this? Staffing. Okay. To get more hype. Yeah. We gotta get focused. Send out the artist. It costs me an extra $1. And it gets me 2 for my Genki artist. However, animate or outsource, get $3. They've been doing well money wise. It's been helpful. Alright. Alright, back over to here. Send the director to do animation. There's a points goal that I want to try to go for, though. There's staffing. Alright. It's gonna cost me. I already have some animation in there. We've got the hype. We'll make it work. Alright. Staffing. Spend $2. And either hire fully new someone or promote our existing. And we're sending there for 3 hype for a Genki staff. We're going to hire the dealer. So they just came into place. I don't have a token available yet. I'm going to put it on the board when we need to retrieve them. Alright. And then if you used this action to hire or promote a producer, get a merchandise deal. Alright. Cool. Back over to Bark. Are they paying attention to what I'm trying to do here? Going to spend 3 money on total to do the leverage of. Let's hype the shit out of this anime. We have our money-driven director, our sports fan writer, and our digital master artist, and our dead-inside producer. Spending all that. Alright. And then over back to bread. Spending 1. Spending 3 in total because I've already got the whole action. Staffing with our producer, so we'll get 3 hype out of it, which we're going to need to make this anime pop off. We'll promote the Dead Inside Writer. Hold on. The melee weapon expert. It's not going to matter for this one, but hey, it's cool. Loves ghost stories. Hard negotiator. Alright. Alright, well. So over to Bark. Going into paying off debt and salaries, I'm going to need 8, 9, 19 money. Yeah. Oh yeah. What's that networking? When I did the shit, no, I didn't do networking. God damn it. Staffing? No. Oh yeah, I didn't do any of that. Oops. Alright. Well, back to Bark Studio. Their last available thing to do here is send their director to do something. Anything. Money's not a problem. Special. Just improve the animation, you know? It's gonna cost like $2 to do it though, because of high demand. But it guarantees a very well received action show. The sports fan is gonna make it fucking rock. That writing is gonna kick so much ass. Anyway. And because I got them this turn, I can't do anything. Alright. Starting with player number 1, releasing Prodigy Pilot anime involving the Mafia underworld with an extraordinary business opportunity that is morally ambiguous. That feels about right for the Mafia. But hey, don't worry about it. It's all a virtual simulation. Alright. So, 3 genre matches times 2 animation level is 6. The bonus of popularity from the token is 10. It is a fading trend, so nostalgia pays off. Okay. So far we're at 10. No, wait. Alright. There was a bit of sci-fi in there. So technically it's starting out at 9. 9 plus 4 is 13. We've got action in there for another 3. Makes it 16. Double the hype that raises popularity. So 7 hype makes 30 popularity, which will hit that maximum mark right there. So at the very least we're getting that 8 money for sure, and the 10 points. I still have hype left over. I could turn it into money, or I can turn it into the merchandise token that will be set off and also get me an extra point. That seems like a better thing, I think. We spend the last 4 hype on a merch, which gets me the merch for doing the release. And now I can have 5 or more staff with no one dead inside. Joyful workplace. That was 2 for the card itself and 2 for the location. It's an extra 4 points. 26. Oh. Yay. That's a weird Prodigy Pilot anime. But hey, it worked. Alright, over here. Bark Studios Martial Arts Tournament featuring a powerful spirit possession of someone who has to learn how to control it, but also has an unbelievable talent for radical sport. Maybe it's either the person being possessed or it's the possessing spirit. Maybe they're possessed by Tony Hawk or some I don't know. I think he's still alive, but that could be a future story idea. All right. We're starting out with 3 times 4 is 12. Plus 4 is 16. We're getting too hype. For the upcoming trend. So 16. Plus another 9 is 25. 26. 4 hype makes it 30. 4 hype makes it 30. And then we'll spend the remaining hype on money. Alright, so we're getting 8 money. We're getting 10 points. We're getting the merch token, which is 2 level too late. Alright. And our special thing we've been trying to go for. Oh, I could have gone for... Oh, yeah. Let's see here. Unfortunately, we don't have that one. We have 4 scripts released of the same genre. Hold up. There was a better option for the Bread Studio. Have 4 active merch. 1 extra point. That might make a difference later. We'll see. Yeah, strong branding, 4 released scripts of the same genre. So they got an extra 5 points. Puts them up to 24. Alright. Okay. We don't need to worry about moving the trend cards because this is over. Getting the reward. An extra 12 money for slice of bread. And 3 points. 1, 2. We maxed out on points. Which means every extra point is now a money. And then Bark Studio, they get 1 point and $6. Here, turn in 4 for 10. Alright. Pay deck cards. I need to have 9, 8, 17. 17 money. Pace down the debt. Yay. They have no debt because they actually managed to be financially responsible. Okay. Raise interest. Pay salaries. For 7, they have done well in being financially responsible. I owe 10. I'm short by 3. I have to take that. Oops. Alright. So that leaves 4. Alright. 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 Well, now we go to the end of the game. Every unfulfilled debt card is -2. And at 27 to 25, Slice of Bread Studio is the winner. But just barely. We managed to get out 3 anime, which is impressive. So looking at this, what do you think worked? This saved my ass in the end. This let me max out the release reward. Getting merchandise set up early helps. Getting 2 of the final rewards was nice. Yeah, it's just... I saw half of the opportunities actually get claimed, which is pretty cool. It's... I'm gonna have fun with this game. I'm gonna bring it on Tuesdays, but the only rough part is it's only 4 players. But maybe we'll just have to start breaking down into 2 groups with the board game league. But yeah, that's Jisogi. That's how a 2-player game is gonna look. At 4 players, there's a little bit more wiggle room to double up. The opportunities are going to change every game. The trends are going to change every game. The scripts you end up with will come out randomly. You never know what networking card you might end up with that'll change things for you. Your people that you actually get in the next game will be different. There's a reasonable amount of replay out of this. But also it's just fun. Just, oh hey, this sounds like a crazy anime idea. Or, oh hey, I recognize this. This isn't too far off from this show. Anyway, Jisogi, I miss Studio Tycoon. If you get a chance to play it, play it. Hopefully they do another run of it. And just have fun with the game. Alright, thanks for watching. Spiller. See you next time.